Hello, hello. Hello. Hi, good evening, everyone. Here is James again. Thanks for accompanying us for so many days already. So today is the third day of 128th Canton Fair. This year, because of this COVID-19 coronavirus effect, so we have to hold this fair online and to present our customers more about our company and products. We especially made a showroom. So tonight I'm going to make a very brief introduction of our company and products. So hopefully you can get to know more about our products and company. Okay. So first of all, I would like to introduce our city. So from this screen, I'd like to draw your attention. Anjing is a small town located in northern part of Zhejiang province, which is in southeast China. It's about 3 hours drive from Shanghai, so it's very convenient for transportation. And this city is famous for tourism, and you can see from the screen that there is a lot of bamboo resources in this city, so the air quality is supreme. That if you have time in the future, you are more than welcome to visit our city. So now let's have a look at our new design showroom. Here we can have a very quick look at firstly. We have some decking and wall cladding, DIY tiles, louvers, the ceiling, fencing, flower boxes presented here. For this new showroom, it's covering about 250 square meters, and it took us about 3 months to complete all construction. We make this showroom especially for this online fair, so hopefully you will like it. Okay. So firstly, I would like to introduce a little bit about our products. So WPC is short for wood plastic composite. It's an environmentally friendly building material. The composition of the material is 60% of wood and 30% of plastic and 10% of additives. When we invented this material, I mean, not us, but for some scientists back in 1980s, that we are trying to introduce people a new type of building material which can be an alternative to wood products, because as we all know that wood resources is very limited, and to cut trees is harmful to our planet. So when we try to promote this product, we tell people that it's green material, because all the raw materials we are using, they are green materials. They are recycled, like wood powder and HDPE. And they are all recycled. And with features of waterproof, fire retardant, anti-termite, anti-UV, and etc. There are so many benefits that when you choose to use WPC material. And for all the product series, there is actually a pretty wide range. And for tonight, I'm going to introduce them one by one. So firstly, you can see some showcases here with some decking. WPC decking is one of our best sellers. It accounts about more than 70% of our sales each year. And for every year, we are investing a lot in this R&D, and we are trying to make this product with more options, no matter its profiles, dimensions, or surface treatments. Here you can see some latest wood texture design we have. The surface we made, they are more and more closer to wood texture, so it's appearing more natural and more attractive. So when people use them, they don't feel like using something artificial or engineered. And with the years of development, we are launching these mixed colors, not only for single color for our planks. With more wood knots, wood textures choices that we provide our customers more choices. And nowadays we can provide even more colors, and we make them more matte than before. And here we cut these planks in small pieces to make them a decorative pattern, which we can put it on a wall. So in the essence, that the material is decorative building materials that you can use it not only for construction, but more importantly, that it can be a very beautiful complementary material in your own design. For WPC decking, you can use it in any public places or private places, but mainly they are used outdoor. So for our products, of course you can also use the indoor, but when we are trying to educate our customers, we normally tell them that they are more suitable for outdoor usage, because as you can see here, that when you install this decking, there are some gaps between the planks. So that caused one problem for indoor use, because it would be a little difficult for you to clean if you put it indoor. And here we got some panels, which we can see some company profile. So as it goes, that our company has more than 10 years experience in this industry. We've been a leading supplier of WPC material for the customers from more than 60 countries. And for now, we have more than 40 extrusion lines with the production capability over 100 containers each month. And for each year, we invested more than 30 of our net profit into research and development. That makes us to be more competitive than our competitors. And for each year, we launch different new products, so that also provide our customers more choices. Okay? And here from the screen you can see some project pictures that you can use our products either by the seaside, because they are waterproof and anti-UV. So even there are strong sunshine or very salty water around, they can perform just well. And here in your home garden, once you pave this decking, it can just make your home garden more leisure. When you add some outdoor furniture or plants around, it will just make the space more living. Here we can see some company development history. So since its inception in 2009, we've been going through about 12 years. For each year, we did achieve something, and thanks for our customers' trust and support. Now we are at a position of first tier of this industry. Okay, here is a showcase of our another project. It's by the seaside. So it's a very great complementary material when you are considering some outdoor space design. Instead of using wood planks, which may require frequent maintenance over the years, our products, their durability can ensure our customers without worries about maintenance work. And here we got some fancy projects. WPC fencing is not only windproof, but also with longer durability, and it provides more privacy room for customers when they are trying to design their backyard. And here is our logo with a panda on the top and our main product, WPC decking, underneath. So Bammax is our registered brand. As we all know, that panda is a unique animal in China. It's regarded as our national treasure. So we hope that our products can be as unique as a panda, that we always try to provide something creative and competitive. Of course, we got this small panda gifts here. If you are interested, we can send to you. So just let me know if you are interested. Okay, so here we got some wall cladding. This wall cladding, this fluted design wall cladding, we can use either outdoor or indoor. They are so durable that they can sustain any weather situations. Okay, so here we got also some railing. The railing is not only selling well for overseas market, but also very well in domestic market, especially in recent years when China is trying to promote its tourism. There are so many countryside. They are using this material to build this railing. It's not only for protection, but also for decoration. Okay, from this panel we can see that our main product series, which include decking tiles, wall cladding, fencing, railing, pergola, flower box. And of course, except for this product series, we also have much more designs and ideas available. So there is actually no limitation for WPC material usage, that as long as you got this idea, we can just work it out. And here is another project picture showing that our products, they are performing very well by the seaside. One thing that many customers are worried about is when we use this decking around this very salty and a very humid area, if our products waterproof. So the answer is yes. Otherwise, we can sell our products to Australia, to New Zealand, to some island countries. Okay, so on the side we can see a picture of a pergola. So in fact, the WPC material, it can be made into any shape in theory that the customers want, we can use these planks, different profiles, to make different products. Okay, here are some achievements listed that's showing our ability to be a leading supplier, no matter it's in domestic market or in overseas market. Okay, to prepare for the Canton Fair, we also built this whole set of a house here. So it's covered with our WPC wall cladding, which is another one of our best sellers. As you can see, the color is in white. So that's another case showing our products can be made into any desired color, and the color is inherent. So you don't have to paint it with oil. It's not changing from original color to another new color. Our color is same outside and inside. But still, again, as we said, WPC material is kind of decorative material, so we don't suggest to use it as a structural material. It's only for decoration. That's why for the inner structure, we still use galvanized steel, and we cover it as part of decoration. Okay. Along this way, you can see some fencing sets, which is one of our best sellers also, especially in recent years. Its demand on the market is just grows very fast. For this fencing, we can do any size, any design, but normally we do 1.8 by 1.8 meter. And we can do with decorative panels or without. For the fencing panels, if you look at closely, we also have this deep embossing finish. Unlike traditional wood embossing finish, this deep embossing finish lasts longer. And for the service, we sometimes do some especially treatment. So all this we want to make is to make the product more natural, closer to wood-like. And here, except for wood grain surface treatment, we also have it sanded. The grooves on the planks, they're actually shaped already in mold. So one frequent asked question is, many customers are wondering, if I want to change this grooved side with plain side and to make it with the wood grain, is that possible? Well, the answer is yes, but to make that, we have to make a new mold, because for our products is one mold for one dimensions, one size, and one profile. It's all fixed already on mold. And here you can see different designs on decorative panels. With these panels, we can make our fencing more seeable, because sometimes not everyone wants to build fencing like a wall, which you cannot see from the other side. So it's not only for decoration, it's also for, providing more vision when people are enjoying their family life. Okay, so when you check into the details, we have this aluminum post, which can provide more durability. And also for the top cover, we use also aluminum material. to connect each ball and to make them fixed. And here we got some WPC post. The post is with a slot in the middle. So this design is especially for corners, because sometimes if you want to build this fencing in some corners, you don't have to use another post. So we can make this profile more universal. And here we got one sample, if you can see it, of a WPC door. Of course, the design is not just limited for this type. We can make just different types as to our customers' request. And the colors is also the same. We can make literally any color you want. But basically, we have our standard colors, which I can show you later. And except for our standard colors, you can also show us colors you want. Then we can make according to your requirement. Okay, so follow me. Alright, here we got some samples of our flower boxes. So for this planter, it's all DIY design. When we ship them to our customers, it's all knocked down form. We pack them with cartons, so the end users, they can easily carry with it, and they can install it very conveniently. And except for DIY type, we also have this fixed type, which we have the frame inside is galvanized steel. So this one is stronger, but the whole installation requires higher manual work. So it just totally depends on the customer's request. If you want something stronger and fixed, then we will suggest this one. If you want the style more flexible, we would suggest the DIY type. Okay, for our material, it's okay. We can't say 100% waterproof, but it's maybe 98-99% waterproof. So when you have this planter, you can put soil. You can just use water to grow your plants. So it will be a perfect addition to your home garden. Okay. And also, except for these products, we also have different profiles which you can use as more creative, like this kind of louver thing. We cut in the middle and to make in some wave shape. To decorate with some specially designed frames by the sides, it will just look more elegant. Okay, so that's a very quick introduction for the products. So now we are going to introduce them in more details. Okay, so firstly we are going to check the decking profiles we have. Okay, so basically we are now having 3 generation products. So the first classic WPC decking they are showing here. So normally we have solid type like this. The solid type is more like real timber because you got no holes in the middle. And we got this hollow type with rectangular shapes and also with circular holes. And for surface, we have small grooves. And also the other side, we got this flat. And we have normal traditional embossing with wood texture on the surface. And we have this deep embossing. Okay, so for sanding finish, actually, when the products come out from production, the surface is like this. It's all smooth. So it's like with the oil trim on the surface, but why we do this sanding to remove that surface? Because after making it this, it looks closer to wood appearance. That will make people to feel more natural. And except for that, we made this with wood grain. And this year we also have more wood grain options. So that's really like wood, isn't it? Okay, one interesting question is there are so many times that people are asking why there are side grooves on our planks, especially for decking, because we have to use spacer clips between the planks when in installation to keep some room for materials movement, which we can show you some very simple installation, so we see how it works. And here you can also see some different colors. Right here you can see even thicker one. Okay, so we have seen solid profile and hollow profile, and even in hollow profiles we have these circular and rectangular shapes. So maybe you ask, what's the differences between these profiles and which one is better? Okay, so basically we have to say the solid one is with better quality, but as we know, WPC material the price is calculated by weight. So when we are using less material, that means it costs less. So why we are trying to make it as light as possible is just pushed by the market demands, because WPC industry so far is too competitive that there are so many customers. They want to strike a balance between the cost and the quality, and that's always what we do to provide the most cost-effective products to our customers. So if you are considering using some cost-effective products without very high-end quality, we would suggest use hollow profile, because even hollow profiles, they can sustain pretty much your basic daily requirement for people working. By the way, when we are saying that it also related to some basic function of our decking, there are so many times that people ask, if I can drive cars on the decking. Well, in theory, yes, and functionally it won't be any problem, because we have tested already. But normally we would suggest it's only for pedestrian work, because in any way WPC material is still as a decorative material we don't suggest to make it to sustain much more weight. So if you are looking for better quality or high-end products, and maybe you don't worry about the prices thing, then you can think about solid type, which is better waterproof and of course much stronger strength. Alright, so here is the first generation type, and now we are going to check the second generation type. Okay, here we got one sample of our co-extrusion type, or AKA is also called capped WPC. As the name reveals, it's capped with some outer shield, which is made of HDPE. With this outer shield, it provides more protection for the core material. For the core material in the middle is still the same composition of this traditional WPC. So that's our basic formula, which we have explained. That's 60% of wood and 30% of plastic and 10% of additives. And here we can see some more samples. Well, in fact, the surface appears with some splinters on the surface, but actually when it comes out, it's still a very smooth surface. We can do a brush to make that with some splinter. That will appear more natural, but of course we can also leave it untreated, so you can see smooth surface. And here you can see the outer layer of this HDPE is normally about 0.5 to 1 millimeter. And even for capped WPC, we have different colors available. And here we got our standard color swatch. We have 8 standard colors for our second generation, which is co-extrusion WPC. And also we have 6 colors available. I mean, when we are saying available, that means these are our regular colors or standard colors in our factory. Of course, we can do any colors you want. So if you have any preferred colors that you can send us your sample or picture, that we will do our best to try to match it. Okay, except for the second generation or co-extrusion products, we also have a third generation. In fact, the production process of second generation and third generation is just the same. The only difference is that the surface shield, the material is different. Is harder and stronger, with a much better property of scratch resistant. So even you use very hard or sharp things to scratch on the surface, it won't leave any mark on the surface. Yeah, you can have a try. And with this layer of protection, it makes the product better waterproof and fire retardant, and much better strength. So, of course, the price of this product is comparatively higher than the previous 2 generations, but its performance is pretty much enhanced. Also, for our products, as we said, we always send our products to official third parties like SGS, Intertech, to have some quality check. So And we issue this warranty for all our products. So from these warranty policies that we can see the differences of their quality. So for our first generation product, we provide 10 years warranty. And for the second generation, we provide 25 years. And for third generation, that is 30 years. Okay, and here you can also see some different texture, wood textures for third generation. And we can make them single color, mixed color, or even dual color. As you can see here, we can make it gray at one side and brown on the other side. And even on the one side, the color is mixed. So you can use either side as you like. Okay, so that's our WPC decking, and now we are going to introduce something about DIY tiles. Well, we got some samples of DIY tiles here. It's pretty much same as our WPC planks that we can do any colors and many profiles. We can do it with or without wood grain, and we can do it with in co-extrusion. We can do it sanded. We can do it in hollow profile, and we can do it in solid profile. Okay, the tile in my hand is called DIY tile. The reason why we call it DIY tile because it's very easy to install. The customers, they can just install these tiles by themselves at home when they buy these tiles from any construction material supermarkets. And normally we pack them in 11 pieces because the size of the tile is 30 by 30 centimeters, and that equals 1 square feet. We attach these planks with a plastic base. So you may notice that the base is interlocking design. So with this interlocking design, you can easily connect two pieces together. Here we can see how it works. Okay, but to install these tiles, you have to remember before the installation to make sure the ground is leveled or flat. Otherwise, it will be bumpy. And thanks to this deep embossing technology, that we can have this wood grain used for a long time. And here we got some co-extrusion tiles. So same as our decking planks, it's also wrapped with this plastic film that which can provide better properties protection. Okay. Also, you may notice this is M shape, unlike solid type. This one is more economic. So it's not only quite easy to install, but it's also very easy to be removed. So from time to time, people's tests may get changed. So sometimes if you get tired of this type of tiles, you want to remove it, it'll be just easy. So 30 by 30 tiles is our most popular size, but of course we can do more different sizes. For now we have 50 by 50 and we have 30 by 60, and even on the market we have seen some 40 by 40, but among all this, 30 by 30 is still the best sellers and the most popular one. Okay, yeah, we got here. Here we got some accessories, so we can show you some installation of our decking. Okay. Okay, let's assume this is a very flat floor or ground that you want to build some decking. Normally we firstly use this joist or keel. For a keel we have either hollow profile or solid profile. And we are going to need some expansion screws. So firstly you have to line up these joists to keep them in a line, and use these expansion screws. This expansion screw. This is totally 304 stainless steel screws, and this is a plastic expansion tube. So use these expansion screws to fix the joist onto the ground, and fix the. After the fixture, you have to use this what we call starter clip. It can be painted in black. It's actually also stainless steel. It can be its original color, but sometimes some customers they have special requests, so we paint it in black. So after fixing the joist into the ground, and also keep in mind the span between two joists, you have to control it within 30 to 40 centimeters. Normally no more than 40 centimeters. So use these starter clips, and for each joist, and keep it in line. After that you can start installing the first plank just by easily sliding in. Here you can see that's how it works. So one important thing is you have to measure this size, the thickness of the wall, to match the gap between these clips. Okay. After installing the first plank, then we can use these spacer clips. Okay. As the name reveals, spacer clips keep space between planks. Then use the screws to fix the clips. And after that, you can just repeat the process, sliding the next plank. So there will be a gap between planks. That's why, as we explained, you always leave some room in between, so it allows wind and water to flow through. That's also why we suggest to use joists or keels underneath, because that would allow floor air, that would allow wind and water flow through also, so that can protect better protection for the decking material. Okay, for the last piece of decking, we will use maybe longer screws. You can drive directly on the top and to fix it to a joist, or you can screw it from the side to make it invisible. And after that, you can use side covers, or what we call L-shaped cover, to cover the joist. So from outside you can see the underneath part. And same as well, you can cover the other side, especially when you are using some hollow profiles that some people they don't want to, that other people see these hollow profiles, so you can cover with this L-shaped trim. And except for stainless steel clips, we also provide plastic ones. So normally plastic ones is cheaper on price, but it's absolutely not cheaper on quality. They are just providing same functions, as long as you have to you have kept this. Okay, so we've been informed that our customer Charlie has been online accompanying us. So Charlie, hi, thanks for watching our online stream. So hopefully that my introduction can give you a very basic idea about our company and products. And of course, for any questions about our products, you are more than welcome to contact us anytime. Okay, thank you. So except for stainless steel clips, we also have these plastic ones. Okay, so it's much cheaper than stainless steel ones, but they just have they do have some difference. In some places, like the market in Australia or New Zealand, because it's quite salty and with heavy humidity and strong sunshine, that some customers they would prefer using these plastic clips, because one feature of our WPC decking is that when it combines the advantages of wood powder and plastic, it also absorbs the disadvantages of these two materials, which is contraction and expansion. So when our planks meets heat, it gets expanded. When it meets coldness, it gets contracted. So there is a theory that some people think the plastic ones would be better for some places where the temperature varies, because the plastic material, plastic clips, will just adjust these dimensions along with the changes of our planks. So they would prefer using these plastic clips over stainless steel ones. But for most countries in the world, the weather situations is quite mild. So actually, for now, we are using more stainless steel clips than plastic ones. So it just totally depends on which area, which market, and we can provide you professional services based on our experience. Okay, so that's a very basic introduction of this decking installation. Okay. And there we can see some more samples of DIY tiles. Here we can see more details of our tiles. For WPC planks, we have a solid profile. We have M shape, and even M shape, we have different designs. Okay, and this one. And also we have this artificial grass made into tile shape. Well, normally a tile, the artificial grass is coming rows, but when we make it with this size 30 by 30 tile shape, that the people can use them easier, because just like our DIY tiles, they can install them very easy, and they can remove them very easy. Unlike the whole row, which is pretty long, maybe wide, and when you want to remove it, it will just cost more manual work. And here we also got a sample of white. It looks quite neat and clean, isn't it? But we don't sell white too much, because for one thing, the cost is higher. It's normally about 20% higher. For the other thing is more difficult for maintenance, because although we say WPC material is almost free for maintenance, but if you are buying these white products, it will get dirty easily, so it will be a headache when you are trying to clean it, or if you got some stain or marks left on the surface. For the artificial grass, okay, it's actually not our main product. It's more like a side product, because as you know, our main product is WPC material, but we use this artificial grass as part of our decoration. Okay, maybe we can check there. Maybe here. Okay, here we got some samples of the installation of DIY tiles. So we can easily put this artificial grass tile to replace any of them. Then you can make all this area more natural and more vivid. That looks more refreshing when you add something in green. And by side, sometimes we also use some stones, or if you don't want to use this artificial grass, you can use stones as side decoration to be a complementary part of these DIY tiles. Okay, the tiles is actually also attached with this plastic base. Okay, and actually, let me show you something. As you may notice that we have different bases, plastic bases. So this type is quite traditional base, that with 8 buckles here in 2 sides. And with this one is with not male or female buckles, but is 4-size lockable. And when you compare its thickness, it's actually thicker and looks stronger. So if you are considering to take some grass tiles, we would suggest to use this type of plastic base. The reason is the artificial grass itself is very light. It's very light in weight, and the plastic base weight is also very light. So when you install it on this very light plastic base, you see it comes in curved shape. When you pave on the ground, it may not completely adhere to floor, but by using this type of plastic base, that will be pretty much more stronger, and you don't have to worry about its distortion on shape. And for artificial grass, we also provide different colors and in different thicknesses and densities. Okay, so that is our DIY tiles series. And for now, I would like to introduce a little bit of our wall cladding. Okay, firstly, this is one of our most popular designs. This is a fluted shape and with a very easy installation method, as you only have to use screws to fix it during installation. As you can see, it's also interlocking design. You can connect it by pushing it into another one. And at this position, you just drive screws. And of course, before you driving screws, we suggest you drill a hole before driving. And on the wall, of course, we also suggest to use some framework. For example, like galvanized steel, or even our WPC keels. Then you fix the wall panels on the joist, driving screws here. Then you can push the other plank into it. So there is actually a room for the screw. So the only accessory for this wall panel is just with screws. And once you fix the installation, all these screws, they are just invisible. You can't see from outside. And on the surface, you may notice that we also have a special roller to make this special design. It's like so many lines on the surface. And of course, except for this fluted design, we have more wall panels available. Here you can see two other designs. We got some small samples here. Maybe that would be easier to illustrate. Okay. these three panels, they actually come with one mold. As you can see, the basic structure is just the same. But we do different surfaces here. One is plain, one is with the grooves, and the other one is with
wood grain.
Deep embossing grain. For this panel, the installation is also very easy. As you can see, it's also interlocking design. You can put this into the gap, and here we leave some space for screw driving. You can just drive the screws here at this position, and after that, just connect it with another one. So for this panel, is also one of our cost-effective type that because it requires no clips. You just need screws to fix it onto the wall and to complete your decoration. So 3 designs. Tell me which one you like. Okay, here we got some hollow tubes. As you can see, they have different sizes, different profiles. But a basic idea to have these tubes is that we make them in hollow profile, because as we have explained that WPC material is a high density product compared with wood. The density of the material can be up to 1.45. So if we make this all structure in solid type, it will be very heavy. So we make them in hollow profiles, and when people are trying to use it as something like louver, we can insert some stainless steel tubes or galvanized steel tubes inside to make it stronger and durable. Okay, one question is, you may ask, where can we use these tubes? The answer is just same as our other products. There is no limitation for the product usage. That as long as you have any creative ideas, that we can apply our products for any designs. Just as we can use our just like we can use these tubes for hand railing, and also we can use these tubes as a small pergola. So we can cut them into different shapes, and we can seal the ends. So we can make it like solid, but actually it's a hollow profile. And here we got some sample which we can check. Okay, by the way, maybe you can also see our sales team here, and you can see the time now in China is 10:35 p.m. So thanks for our professional team that they are working overtime for this type of candle fair. That we are always trying to provide our customers the best services. Okay, so behind them there is a case of these hollow tubes we are using for. So this is actually hollow tubes, and we use this L-shaped connector to fix them, and inside they're actually inserted with galvanized steel tube, and we make it like a louver shape, and even you can see from the top it's like ceiling. You can add some lights to make it more classic. Okay, and now we are going to learn more about our fencing. Let's go. Okay, because the time is quite limited, and we are going to have a very quick introduction of this fencing installation. We got some accessories here. As we said, normally we have aluminum post and this WPC post. Okay, and even aluminum post we have this like round finish, and also this square finish. Okay, because of the design, the aluminum post, the middle hollow is quite small, so we provide this type of iron base to install it. Normally we bury the under part into under the ground and leave the hollow half above the ground and insert the post. And also in recent years, there is also another trend that many people they would like to make the post longer, like 2.3 meter, and leave 45 centimeters under the ground and 1.85 meters above the ground. When you bury 45 centimeters under the ground, that would just increase the stability pretty much. So that's one case. The other case is if you are going to install this fencing on concrete floor, we will use this type of base that with the plate and also the supporter. So you can insert the plastic post, which is with a bigger hole in the middle. Simple job. Okay. And all these fencing panels, they are all interlocking design. Okay, they have male-female connectors. You can easily connect them together. And all these dimensions are specially designed, so they can just fit into a slot. And you just connect them piece by piece. And this one is the last piece on the top, because this is no male connectors. And we have different poster cap for options. So that's just a very rough introduction. If you are interested in more details, you can contact our sales representatives. We can send all these e-catalogs and more detailed instruction guidance. Just as you know that we are always trying to provide the most creative and most popular and most competitive products to our customers. So if you got any new ideas, you can also tell us, and we can work it together. As we always say that we don't just look for short-term business. We are working for always a long-term business partnership with our business partners. So for any questions, just don't be hesitant to contact us. So that's my tonight's online living. So hopefully my introduction can help you a little bit. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.